Welcome back to the Practice Round channel, everybody. I am Eli Swanson. We're joined by Levi Stout, very special guest here in New Zealand. He's just coming off of a championship win at the Taranaki Open, and we're here getting you a practice round at the Australasian Open here at Spa Park in Taupo, New Zealand. This event is presented by Discraft and OTB, and the Tour Down Under is presented by MVP. Levi.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is New Zealand's best course, well, rated the best course, and most people would probably agree. Facilities here are world class, so I'm excited to show you what we got.
Let me get your thoughts on your win. I know you said that you were just out there to have fun, enjoying the summer. What about that kind of played into your mental state throughout the tournament?
It was the most relaxed I've ever been during a tournament. Just showing up to that round, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna accept whatever happens, try to have perspective throughout the whole thing. And it just meant that I wasn't tense at all, because I was like, oh well, you know, whatever happens, happens. And it meant, you know, being relaxed, I could play my best golf. So I don't know, might be the play going forward is just to go have fun. Funnily enough,
Yep.
funny how that works, eh? The advice
sure
that
is.
they give you works.
Yeah, wow.
So-
Who would have guessed having fun makes for good disc golf?
Yeah.
But that's the sport we play. We really are just out here enjoying
Throwing
ourselves,
frisbees.
throwing some
Yeah.
discs in the park. So
So let's
Yeah.
throw some frisbees.
you
This
got
is
it. The champ has it.
This is my third year playing, I think.
Okay, nice.
This is hole 1, 224 meters. We have a double mando off this tee. It's probably about 330. Oh yeah, so 735 feet for you Americans. It's probably about 330 feet to get to the mandos. And then it plays up and to the right, and behind the basket is a massive drop off. So you want to leave your second shot short. Off the tee, you're just trying to get like 400 feet straight, or if you can get up and to the right, that's even better, but that's hard to do. So we'll probably just throw straight and then fade out left. He's stealing. Somebody's stealing the car. I think that's like perfect. Might be cut off by that tree, but it should be good.
First shot of the day. We're going to try and match what Levi did, but I might come up a little bit short.
Yeah,
That'll do.
solid.
Yep. All right, I just wanted to mention the drop zone here quick. If you miss the mandos, you're put at the base of this first mando tree, and you kind of have a really demanding turnover that is kind of almost impossible to get to the basket. So it's kind of just chip up, and, you know, live with the bogey. A little bit short of where Levi's at, but it actually can be kind of an advantage because you can take this hyzer. If you see the playground equipment there, you can kind of just go hyzering over that to the blind pin. There's a big drop off behind the pin, so that's a little bit tricky, but we'll just try and put it close.
I think that's a little
I
left.
think it's a little left, yeah, but other than that, I felt okay about the distance, but it's something you still have to dial in over a couple rounds. So
Yeah, I think
we'll see how it
I
goes.
think it's like maybe 10 meters short and right of that tree.
Yeah,
So I've just got like 250 into the pin. I'm not sure what I'll do here in tournament because I do have this straight gap. I think I'd rather that because if I throw a putter, it'll kind of hit and stick a little bit better. If you're skipping on this hill, you just roll away. So I'm probably gonna actually switch to this straight shot. But if it's calm, I think this putter plays a little bit better. I think that's a little short, but it should be up there for a putt at least.
yeah, you'd rather be short than going over the cliff.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're on the green. Yeah, Levi and I both a little short. I'm just outside the circle. This is a questionable putt to run. Right now, I think the wind's down enough that I would go for it.
And
But
it's a practice round.
yeah, there we go.
There you go. Easy.
But then stuff like that
That
got
can
a
get-
lucky sit.
yeah,
but
that
that
can
can
get
easily
so
just roll
sketchy.
and go straight out of bounds down past the tree.
Yeah.
There's a wall to catch some putters, but not all of them.
Yeah. I think I do like this putter play. I just have to make sure I actually commit to getting it there. because the advantage of the putter play is I don't get the skip and the
Yep.
roll down the hill, but that, like, if I throw it to the same place, then it's not really an advantage.
Yeah.
You can hit like a good edge of circle putt on this hole.
Mm-hmm.
That feels amazing. Like my best round ever.
Yep.
I landed short here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just remember, like, if I make this putt, the momentum is so huge that it's worth running.
That's exactly how I made lead card for round 2 last year. Was I made it just outside the circle putt in the first round, and it sent me just like on this perfect momentum train through the whole front 9. And
Yes.
yeah, it's easy
I
to
think
get
this
going.
course you really want to get low on the front if you want to score.
You do. The back can get, it gets tricky, and like especially down the stretch, it's like hard to necessarily
hard to
score on a
birdie.
lot of them.
Yeah. I think the front 9 is more like birdie bogey, and then the back 9 is just like par.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Here we go. 241 meters, 791 feet, hole 2, par 4, 5 for FPO. But this one got changed a bit from last year. It was fairly routine, I would say. If you just got to the path and then you have a simple hyzer. But yeah, you're playing a hyzer out over these tall trees, and there's a path way down there, which I don't know that you can see, but you'll want to land either short of it if you're trying to lay up, or push long of the path to get to a spot where you can approach the new green, which is tucked like around this OB like hill of grass, and then just really small and tight and tough. And yeah, we're gonna have to evaluate how we play this hole and figure things out as we go.
Sure.
But I'm gonna just play a big hyzer with a distance driver, nice overstable, just get back in bounds. That's kind of the only goal. Okay, that was too wide. I stayed OB over there, so that's a mistake you really don't want to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, OB on the right, not good. But
This is such a scary shot. If it's calm in tournament, I'll almost consider just going like the straight gap with something a little flippier.
Yeah.
Just to get that extra distance. I'll take like a pretty intermediate gap now, I think. So that had a little bit of flex on it.
Yeah.
And I hopefully that's enough distance where it's past that.
There's like
a
corner.
peninsula that comes out. So
Yep.
hopefully it's up there.
Yeah, if you're past that, it's gonna be potentially attackable to the new green, but it's still gonna be tricky. We can land one safe. That's gonna be pushing the OB on the left, I think, a little bit, but if it spikes enough, it could be okay.
Tough
All right,
tee
we'll
shot.
check those out and see where we can approach the green from. Yeah, you can see the basket hopefully straight ahead of me, but I'm just gonna play kind of a hyzer over this hill and to the left by those trees, just so I can have an easy approach. Both my drives were out of bounds, so I'm just kind of playing what should be the layup play, and Levi can kind of show you the aggressive tee shot. Should be good. I might have left it a little wide. We'll see.
If it's in, I think that's like as good as you can throw the layup.
Yeah, I mean that would have been parked on the old basket, or very close to it.
Yeah. So this is where I landed. I like to be more right than what I am. I didn't get quite enough flip for what I wanted. And this green is kind of like an S shape with OB all around it. So the only real play I have here would be like a spike hyzer over the top of this tree. But I've found that it's really hard to get up there. So I'm just gonna play for like a 45 footer. If I get that all 3 rounds in tournament, I'd be stoked. I think this will play as one of the harder holes if people start getting aggressive. So I think taking par on this is fine. I think if that's in, it should be decent.
I think it's exactly what you were looking for.
Yeah.
We both landed in bounds. Decent length putt. This is a tricky green to approach to, and it's fine to get par and fine to get birdie looks.
Like I say, if I do this 3 rounds in a row, I'm happy.
Yeah. Oh. Oof. There it is.
Go.
There's the putting from last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy. If you're playing alone, like the blind shot coming in, to the green is tough to keep track of.
Yeah.
For sure. I almost lost one yesterday.
Hole 3, 189 meters or 620 feet. This one's kind of weird. You just want to throw like a straight shot that goes 400, 450. And if you slam it into that bank dead straight, then you have like a putter up into the green.
Yep.
If you turn it or like don't commit to just throwing it straight into the hill, you're probably OB. If not, you have a hard up shot. It's like if you hammer this drive, it's such an easy hole. And if you don't, it's an easy bogey. So
It's because if you don't get to that hillside, it's like super low ceiling. I mean, it's low ceiling even if you're at the hillside, but you almost have to throw an air bounce to like get underneath everything and up still.
yeah. And there is OB right that comes into play more than you'd think. That's been moved up since last year.
Yep.
And this ground, we haven't mentioned, this ground is super skippy. This is all burnt off. So if you fade out left, you'll just get a big flare skip and you'll go straight out of bounds.
Got to manage the wind well and make sure your disc is landing fairly flat. But again, if you just throw it far and drive it into the hill, that's the easiest way to counteract that.
Yep. Simple, tough, fair. Those are my 3 words for this hole.
There you go.
I think I'm going to throw my flippy destroyer, but I might honestly go with my middle one because that's what I threw in the last 2 holes. Just kind of get in the groove with one. But I'll practice this flippy destroyer shot because this should push into that hillside a little bit better than my more stable ones. If that gets stable, I like it. Yeah, that'll play, honestly.
Yep, that's all right. Yeah, you do catch some like left to right crosswind pretty much every time once you get out there because the field kind of opens up on that left side, and so you're going to get some ripping wind. So the first part, your disc will look fine, but it might turn a little bit more than you think it will. Later on. But I'll start flippy too, and then stable up if needed. I guess not flippy, but like straight. Maybe a little flippy. That is great though.
Yep, that's got a, yeah, see that's what I mean about matching that hillside. That's perfect. If that fades earlier, like 2 seconds earlier, it's going out of bounds left. Like
it very well could, yeah.
It's such a crazy shot, eh?
Yeah, it's such a 50-50 if it's on that hyzer angle.
I'll try this little more stable one, but I'm gonna have to hit this low. Yeah, I think that's the better line there, if it fades.
Oh, and there you see a disc crossing our fairway. That's from hole 2, so.
Actually, that might be too far right still.
I think it's a little too far right, especially I think the OB pinches in on the middle of the hill.
Yeah, that one's, I know it's inbounds.
Yeah.
But I probably have to go like chip forehand from there.
And it's gonna be kind of weird. There's like that one branch that hangs out and stuff too.
Yeah.
A little low, but
I think those are perfect, what you're throwing right now.
Yeah.
If you even at the bottom of the hill, it's fine.
Yep. So Levi, a reason for all of your hard training is that you've been trying to beat this guy right here.
Pretty much. Yeah. I already did it though, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any trash talk for this weekend, you guys?
He'll just call me kid a lot.
Well, he's a child, so
Yeah.
that's the way it goes.
Damn, beaten by a child. Must be rough.
Well, we'll see what happens this week.
Yeah, we will. I'm looking forward to skins though.
Oh yeah.
That'll be good.
Well, I'm not getting the skins this time.
I'm still looking forward to it.
When are we doing the skins?
All right, Levi has 3 pretty similar upshots from these 3 drives.
Yeah.
The one up the hill the farthest is going to be pretty easy because you're not cut off by that tree. But
So, yeah, you can see this branch up in my way just disappears if I move one gap to the left.
Yep.
It opens up completely. So it's literally like 20 feet separates a good drive from a great drive. Again, this is one of those ones where it's like, this is fine. You just have to work a little bit more for the birdie. Because that ceiling is low, but it's not inaccessible. I can still get there. Like with that, I think that's 20 feet, hopefully.
yeah, the worst of my 2 shots is just a little low on the hill. That's kind of the only problem with it, but it's not even really a problem because it's just a simple.
If you're lower on the hill, you get better footing, so it's
Yeah, that's true.
it's a trade-off.
Yep, in a way.
And the other thing about this basket is pretty much you have to hit circle 1
Mm-hmm.
to be in bounds unless you're short.
Probably even a little less than that on each right or left, and then
Yes.
long definitely.
Yes, it comes
Comes
into
in
play
tight.
very quickly if you're fading out.
Yep.
But it's kind of balanced by the fact that it's an uphill shot, so it's kind of hard to get too far left or right.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty fair.
All right, I can go forehand from here. Something to work on a little bit for myself.
Oh yeah, shot.
Yeah, that's solid.
So it was a little close to being OB, but like if I put it this far, it doesn't matter where I am.
Yep.
Long is pretty much the only place that's super scary, and you're
That
OB
is-
anyways, so
That
it's
is
not
some
too much to
steepness.
worry about.
Yep.
I think not overthinking this hole is key. It's
Yep.
so easy just to start thinking about this OB and not realize if you throw it to 10 feet, it doesn't matter.
All right, I'm gonna
You've got
practice
some-
my putt over here, but
Yeah.
this one got a little closer to the OB than I'd like, but I just fluffed it a tiny bit, so that's all.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the putt's still there, easy enough.
And the second,
All right, hole 4, 196 meters, 643 feet, par 4. Probably the signature hole on the course, I would say, especially with the
sure.
green. You've got this OB section in the middle that kind of functions around the tee pad of hole 6. This year, you're incentivized to lay up a little bit even more because any tee shot that goes out of bounds, even if you go long of the second landing zone, essentially, is back to the drop zone on the short side with those blue flags. So a pretty tricky one. I think a lot of players are going to be laying up as opposed to we all kind of just sent it across last year
Yeah.
and just hope for the best because it's a 200-foot chip in if you mess it up.
Yeah.
So this year I'm probably going to play a forehand, and then you kind of wind your way out to this peninsula green that drops off on all sides, and
With
there's
the
a beautiful
river.
view of the river,
yeah.
but it's a little bit treacherous, so you kind of have to be very accurate on your upshots.
Yes, you have to choose your hard on this hole. You either throw like this ridiculously tricky hyzer that has to push straight for like 450 feet,
Yep.
or you play the layup and then you have like 350 on a really techie,
Kind of on a
like,
rope with the
turnover.
mid-range.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really have to be accurate with that
So-
if you're going to go for it.
Yeah, if you're
Again,
gonna
I'm
make
kind of
birdie.
almost in the like maybe layup sort of zone, especially if I've birdied a couple of these holes
if
early,
it's windy or rainy, that's
Yep.
definitely a play.
which we might be looking at some rain this weekend, unfortunately.
Brutal hole though.
Yeah.
Brutal hole.
Yep.
And mega skippy. So
Yes.
if you are left, you will skip out of bounds.
All right, I'm just going to play a forehand, kind of out in the middle there, see what we get.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
I mean,
don't
that's
think you
about where you
can-
want to land for the layup,
I
so
don't think you can lay up much better.
that is what I'm good at, Levi, laying up.
I don't think I'll be laying up
Fair enough.
because I don't know, I back myself to get up and down from the drop zone.
Mm-hmm.
So I just figure I may as well get way up there.
Yep.
And I've been working on throwing drivers. Like leading up to this TDU, I was like, I know at Topor, the front nine especially is just driver, 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 driver. So I've really tried to get good at it. So
Yep.
we'll see if I am or if I just send this out of bounds. So like you have to get that wee little bit of flip up that I got there.
Yep, it's a good amount of push. Now it's the question of the skip. Soft skip,
yeah.
absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll throw another one as well. This one's a little more stable. I might have to throw it a little wider just to get it on that same angle. This fairway kind of lines up with the hyzer angle that you come in with. So you can't really, like, if you're short, and you're never coming back in or anything like that.
It almost needs to be pushing forward at the end of the shot.
So that one's a little bit wider. I don't know if it has the same power though. Yeah. Just too stable. I might have to go that straighter one.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. I'll try crossing once just to see, but I think I've kind of decided on the layup.
Looks pretty good.
If that gets forward, go. Yeah, shot.
Yep. It is possible. I'll contemplate it if there's like a final round situation, sort of that I need a stroke or whatever, but
Yeah.
I think I can still, I want to try getting up and down from where I'm at.
Yeah, you can.
Because
you
I can still birdie the hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now we're going to see some real Pro Tour power. Corey Ellis, welcome to the welcome to the channel for a moment.
This is like bonus footage. We need to start a Patreon.
Think people are still here.
We're here in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Skip in. Go in the hole. Oh, that's scary.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, close, but he could skip it in the short pin. There is that short pin kind of right where you're landing the best of best drives.
That hole plays so hard. So there's a par 3 pin at, what is it, like 500 or just over 500?
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
like,
must be, yeah.
It's an insane par 3 to try play.
Yep. This, if it's short.
This hole's so deceptive because that looks like it's
Yeah.
going to go over the edge, and then they usually don't unless they're fully turned.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If I do land here, I think I'm just going to aim at that right side and have it fade early and try to skip edge of circle. Almost just playing towards the tree that's long. Because I find if you try float it there or like go straight at it, it's a little sketchy.
It's a little more space on the backside of the green than you might think too.
Yes.
It goes almost to the edge of the circle back there.
I think it's better to fade out than it is to stay straight as well.
Yep. I like keeping it low. That gives it a chance to do exactly what it did, which is skip forward instead of
that's like
fading
20
out.
feet.
Yeah, we're in a similar distance to where Levi was at the drop zone, but I do have to get a little bit of turn on this and try and have it land nice and soft and flat without fading out.
It's probably like 300.
Yeah, something like that.
Shot.
That is
That's
about as good as
perfect.
it's done. So, yeah, you can still get the birdie from the layup, but it takes a much more technical second.
So this is why I think I might get aggressive. If you get this far, it completely trivializes this hole.
Yeah,
Like this is jump putt
it really
or
is.
just like a tiny wee little,
If you want to touch
flick of the
forehand, you got
wrist.
it. Yep.
just literally like
Snap of the
there's
wrist,
not any thought behind that.
parked.
Or a jump putt.
Yep. Oh my.
Because this
That was
hole's
a solid run.
This hole's what,
650?
It says 650.
Yeah.
I think it probably plays 6 flat.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, a little downhill on the tee shot.
yeah, so that's what going aggressive gives you, is some sort of tap in or even eagle bid. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if someone got this.
I mean, this putter was a perfect height. It just kind of, faded out on you. But
Probably not me, but I could see someone like Corey actually getting an eagle look.
Yeah.
Obviously, this layup putter isn't quite as close, but a 20-footer for birdie with putter,
Yeah.
it could be an option for me.
Again, we have the most picturesque spot on the course right here.
Yeah.
Beautiful tree on the green and just overlooking the, what is this river called again? Waikato?
This is Waikato.
Waikato. Yeah.
I think it's the biggest in the South Island, maybe. This
North
river.
Island.
That one.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yep.
And you can do a float. You did this last year, right?
Yeah, we all did. Yeah.
Yes. So you can hop in this river a little bit further up and literally just float on a nice sunny day down the river and then hop out at Spa Park. So the reason this course is at Spa Park is there's geothermal hot pools
Yeah.
literally 100 meters away from where we are right now. And so you finish that river float and you just float into these hot pools right at the end, warm back up,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a great location to visit. I only get to come here like once a year and it's always a treat.
Yep.
We have hole 5, 345 or 105 meters. This one's kind of weird. So we have a Mando left. The main play that you'll see people throwing is the flex forehand, just playing it into the hillside. You often get rolls down. I usually like that backhand that just kind of matches the hillside, but I usually miss right. So I think I have to try stagger a little bit more across the tee pad if I'm going to throw that. The other thing to consider, there is an obstruction. So if you're throwing that flex forehand, that can kind of get in your head a little bit. But as long as you account for it, it shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm just going to go, I'll throw a couple straight mid for me works quite well sometimes, and flex forehand is what I feel like I should be throwing, but I haven't in years past. So we'll see if I have that this year. So this is just a Kortuku. Yeah, so that's like
12,
25
13
feet.
meters?
Nah, it's got up in the circle even.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's solid.
All right. I sort of was struggling with this one yesterday when I practiced, but I think I'm going to actually go backhand fairway driver, like kind of flip up and like even err on missing to the left a little bit because I keep pulling it into the hillside short and leaving my shots low. So that's the goal here.
As we discussed on the last hole, there is spas, natural spas right here. So
Yep.
this is a very busy area of the course.
Oh, and then I pull it anyway.
So that's what I was meaning about. I do that a lot as well.
Yeah.
So on that shot, I was trying to like intentionally
Run,
exaggerate
like, left.
that run up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will work.
Yeah,
but
let me try that. I've got another disc here as well. There we go. That one's a Leopard 3, so it's a lot flippier.
yeah. Oh,
And-
yeah, that's parked.
Yeah, I threw that one yesterday. I was thinking maybe go more stable, but it's because there can be some headwind kind of going down.
Yeah. I like that play. I also like this flex forehand, but you have to have, it is uphill. So we say 345, it probably plays closer to 360.
It's a decent sidearm.
Yeah, like I'm not exactly a sidearm guy, so we'll see if I have this.
Yep. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah. That's
See, and that always hits that hill quite
Yep.
nicely. So that's definitely a play.
I made the Mando. Not much to this. Just try and run this putt. See if we can make a little highlight. No, way short. All right, nice.
You can see what I mean about how if you hit this hillside, you're kind of going to anti-skip with the forehand,
Yep.
whereas this backhand just kind of skips straight. So that first one that I threw looked like it was going to be outside circle, but it actually got up quite nicely. But like I say, a lot of these drives is like, if I could land here all 3 rounds, I am a happy man. And why wouldn't you be?
It's nice to have options on holes, and this is one you definitely do.
Yeah.
It's good to have that tailwind for me, though, as well. I think with a bit more headwind, that shot's going to become a lot harder. So I might have to switch to the forehand or just a more stable disc or something like that. So.
And there'll just be more propensity to miss that Mando in a headwind.
Exactly. Yep. Okay, we've been to hole 6, 377 feet, 115 meters, par 3. Got this uphill tee shot and a left side hillside that slopes down and is also OB. So you really can't be fading out hard or short. And then you've got OB on the right, so you don't really want to flip a disc into what sort of should be a headwind, but again, kind of feels tailwind today.
The
Anyway.
flags up there are blowing headwind on
Okay.
the left and right.
Yeah.
But it does feel like a tailwind here.
It's-
That was
it's
a
very
really
strange.
convoluted way to say just throw a hyzer. It does have a lot of danger, but it's also a very simple hole.
It is. It is. I'm going Emperor distance driver, so I can throw it a little bit higher and stall it in, as opposed to having to push a fairway driver and like really hit it
Yeah.
hard. That is way too much hyzer on it. I'm honestly hoping I catch the tree, which I'm not going to. I caught a stake up there.
Yeah,
I
you
think
look
it's still OB, but
This
it's
is
fine.
just destroyer. I think everyone's throwing the same thing here.
Yeah.
I like that width if it's got the push. Yeah, I like that.
It does. Yep. Oh,
think
hit the
that's-
tree up there.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
like 20 feet again.
Yep. Did it again. I'm not committing my shots forward.
I honestly think you
Oh, I hit the same stake. Ridiculous.
you almost need to aim for that back tree on the right,
Yeah.
because I think it's way harder to be OB long than it is short on this hole.
It very much is.
I'm actually really liking this destroyer at the moment. Shout out Disco Fever.
There you go.
Do some lovely dives. And you always get that skip. I love
That
this
is
course
nice.
for the skips.
Yep.
Is that
like
a more
a-
stable one?
Yeah, it's a little wide, but again, there's the skip and
You're
like
probably still in
it's
the
back
circle.
inside the circle, I would say,
Yeah.
yes. So, turns out my shots weren't that bad after all, right, Levi?
I mean, you're almost in the circle. You're in
It
like
is-
the
it is
worst
wild.
possible
That's-
place though.
Such a silly stake to save me, but I do have this tree basically blocking my shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move over to the more comfortable putts.
I must say, it's always a good day when I get to have a knee putt.
Yeah.
I
feel like your putt is kind of lined up for it.
Yeah,
in a way.
well, I've specifically designed it that way.
Oh, yeah?
So that when I take a straddle or a knee, like I can still get like 80 feet of power from a knee.
Wow.
Like, yeah. It's almost more than my normal putt. See, too much.
Yeah. Yep. There it
Although I
is.
must say, I don't like straddling to the left
Okay.
because I think I'm just not that flexible in this hip.
Uh-huh.
But if I go to the right, this is really comfortable for me.
Okay.
This is hole 7, 121 meters, 397 feet. That's a lie though. To get to edge of circle is probably about 400. But if you're trying to get up into like bullseye kind of range, it plays another 50 or 60 feet
Yeah.
because it's basically just on a cliff. Like it's so steep up by the basket. If you get to edge of circle short, that's a good shot. Forehand is really rare. I think I only saw Aiden and Big Jerome throw that last year. Probably only getting to like edge of circle short.
Yeah.
The other popular play is a turnover, but we often have a tailwind here and it makes it really hard to get all the way up there.
Yeah, we've tailwind right to left today, which is even worse than just tailwind.
So I think what I'm gonna do this year is aim at that right tree and just have it fade just before. If I can just throw it and have it push really straight,
Yep.
and hit that hillside, I can get a 20-footer.
Mhm.
But it's when you try park it, that's when you cut roll on the hill or you fade out early and skip.
Yep.
The only other play that's quite feasible is the super big hyzer,
Yeah.
but you have to
I
throw
tried that, but you really have to throw close to 550 on
Yeah.
flat ground
Yeah.
to be able to accomplish that shot. So
Well,
tough.
yeah, like I can throw over 500.
Mhm.
I have no chance of throwing that line.
yeah.
I've only ever seen Corey throw it. Yeah, so that tail slammed that one down. It's like 60 feet, but the putt plays at like 200. Tough. It's such a tough hole.
I'm gonna try the big turnover, even if it's not advisable in this wind. But I've also considered the roller, which is pretty tricky because you have to clear all the bushes. But I don't know, it's on my mind, so I might try that too. Oh yeah, and it's so
It's such a
straight in that
strong
tailwind.
right now.
There's just no way to get that over enough. All right, I'm gonna see if I can send this roller, but I don't know. Oh, you're okay, you're okay. I'm going up. That's so bad in that wind.
Yeah. It's such a long crossing shot.
That's just gonna be out on the flat open, so it's really
Yeah.
just get up and down. Where are you running putts from on this green? What do you think?
Me?
Yeah. Anywhere? You're an aggressive,
Probably a bit
aggressive
too
young
much.
gun?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yep.
haven't developed that prefrontal cortex yet. I don't actually have the decision making. Another thing that makes this course hard
Yeah.
is TDU got heat for this last year as we saw a lot of spit outs. It's literally just because when you're putting uphill and there's a headwind, they can't stay in the basket.
Yep.
So I had one yesterday where I poled it on this hole and it just came straight back out
Mhm.
because of like the wind and the uphill.
Yeah.
So I'm probably running a little bit too many of my putts. Everything's a death putt though. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you are. I'm
sure.
gonna try the Corey line.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I am that guy. I doubt I am.
Kind of?
I'm kind of him. I'm
That was-
kind of that guy.
That was pretty sweet. All right, I'll just play from the roller here, which is way short. It's just really a straight shot up onto the hill. play a forehand.
This is sort of what I was meaning
Get up
about
there, you know.
early in the round. How the very start of the front nine is like birdie bogey, and now we're starting to get into, this is a par hole.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to get up onto the green,
Yep.
but then you have shots like this that it's just, you know, easy up and down. So a lot of mine pushed out long when they faded out early, but this one, I hit the distance perfect. If I'm here, it's like decision time. In tournament, you have to commit to either running it or laying up. I think I'll give this a run just because we're practicing. So this is like 50 feet, and I'm gonna have to full send a jump putt just to get it there. Like this plays so far.
It's long, a little bit of headwind too. Tricky, that's not bad. You'd rather either make it or miss the basket completely, I'd say.
See, like even those are barely getting there. It's like, it's so hard to make birdie if you're on the bottom side of this hill. So this is where this backdoor line got to. It's like 30 feet. But like I say, you get the downhill putt. It's probably a little easier for the birdie putt. But it also just makes it more dangerous because you're definitely like going down the hill if you miss. I think I might choose that play because even the one that I missed left just ended up where the other play goes, like that straight to hyzer play.
Yeah.
And also, if you just miss that tree, you can slide up into the circle. So
even putting from the tree, putting across the hill isn't too bad either.
Yeah, like I said, I think getting up the hill will be good. As long as I absolutely smoke it, it's fine.
All right, hole 8, par 3, 125 meters, 410 feet. It's a simple hyzer. You're sometimes gonna have a headwind to deal with. OB long, OB left, technically OB right, but I feel like on the hyzer line, you're not gonna find that much. I'm gonna go with an onyx and just try and, you know, pick the distance right. You just gotta, it's a little bit blind over the hill, so that's maybe the only tricky part, I guess.
It is on a bit of a downslope, but
yeah,
it just means that you're gonna get more flare skips.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill though. I kind of have two plays. I like that overstable fairway.
That needs to settle a bit. It might have skipped left OB, but I think it'll be safe just well on the left side.
So I throw like a Cortati for my overstable fairway slot, even though it's technically a bit quicker. If it's dead calm, I'm actually gonna go Cortaku. I threw it yesterday and I found I can get pin high because it's 400. It plays 400, but if I rip it, I can get mine out to 400. And I feel like that's such a good play just to have the straight push for no ground play. But this is the other option if it's a little windy. It's almost a little short. I think I stalled it too much.
I don't think you mind being a little short just because it can like skip forward down the hill a little bit, and you're not gonna risk obviously trickling the OB long, because that can happen easily too.
But like this is, if I can get this play in tournament, I would love that. I didn't quite rip it like I did yesterday, but I think that's still like edge of circle. I just left these so short. These are still fine though. If your C2 putting's good, it doesn't matter. But I would like to push these a little harder. I just didn't commit to either of them really.
All right, I made my way into the bush, a little short, still in the circle. Tricky spot. Oh, didn't quite get the loft on it, but it's all right.
I think just to negate this sort of skip, I like to go spike on this.
Yeah.
So honestly, I should even consider throwing a destroyer, just with more height, more width. We've got hole 9, 205 meters, 673 feet. Just go right, and then you go right, and then you keep throwing right, and when you think you've thrown far enough right, you need to throw further right. Forehand plays really well. Backhand fades out of bounds because there's an OB line all the way around.
But the bush line on the left, I mean, you just need to stay in the fairway. Like,
that's
the ultimate thing.
I'm gonna probably throw this layup. I'll throw this layup first. just to try put myself in a position where I have like 400, well, 350 into the green, and I can just throw a big forehand.
Yep.
Because this forehand second shot to me feels safer than forehand first.
Yep.
If I can put myself there, that's fine.
Yeah, I feel like the angle on that is maybe a little pinched.
Yeah, I want to be a little further left.
Yeah, a little further left, and I mean, even on the top of that hill would be ideal, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a flex forehand with one of my more overstable discs, really try and hammer over on a good angle, and I'm not trying to go super far, but just hitting my angle well, and hopefully staying in the middle. Oh boy. Well, that disc could be gone.
That's in the jail. I'm going to try that forehand as well.
Yeah, maybe not hit the Mando tree.
Yeah.
Sounds smart.
Ah.
Join me.
Okay. That
Thanks.
was just no power. There is one more play that I haven't tried for years.
That's like all right, but that's kind of where the backhand lands if you throw a good one. So
Yeah.
that's not all that inspiring to me, to be honest. Yeah. I feel like that's just gonna skip. Oh, okay. It hit low enough. That's actually pretty decent. All right, that was huge for the program. We just found both our discs within like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
So quick.
yep. A left or a right moving shape
Yeah.
the whole way. Nothing too complicated.
Oh my word.
Inside.
Might be all right.
I think it might be fine. You might be on the right side of the bushes, so the upshot might be pinched, but
Yeah, I just didn't get that
I don't
as
think you're
wide as
dead.
I wanted.
with that one. Okay, so my decent shots both landed kind of out here. Really, if you want to attack, getting to that tee pad is like a great drive.
Yeah.
But it's very hard. So I think I'll try a forehand from here. See where this leaves me. Try and push it, get a little flip up maybe. Oh wow.
Bird fight.
It's like
Maybe a little short.
perhaps a little short.
It's so far
It's-
right.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough to tell. I think even if I am online, I'm still 20 meters right of it, or
Yeah.
left of it.
So I thought I shanked mine, but it got through everything, so.
Yeah,
This
and
is
I pushed far enough forward. I got that nice little bit of flip up. I think I got a roll too. It's on its back.
Yeah. This hill rolls
So.
quite nicely.
Yeah, that was helpful.
I think I just need to push that first shot further, because if this was plus another 10 meters, I'm almost in the bullseye.
Yep.
So bad. Need to get that putt from last week back.
Destroying the course signage there.
Yep. That's better. So windy.
Yeah, tough to keep it high enough with the tailwind.
There we go. Or not.
Sweet.
Just cash them.
Okay, thank you for joining us here on the Front Nine. I think we're gonna do like a collab YouTube feature if I can work that out. So I assume you'll be seeing Levi's account right along next to mine. If not, I'll have linked the back nine in the description, and that'll be on his channel. So go check it out, see the rest of Spa Park, and thanks for joining us.
Sweet. See you on the back nine.